Hi, one Best PR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Can Caddy Cash show for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Well, Jeff Cadillac needed to go 6-5 against the spread in the playoffs to cash. His wild card round was less than spectacular. Let's put it that way. 1-3 against the spread. So now Jeff Cadillac's going to have to go 5-2 against the spread the rest of the way if he's going to cash. Jeff Cadillac, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
All right, man, Jeff Cadillac. Now you're officially behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I hear you. I know, but if you look at the record last year, I did go 1-3 in the wild card, and then I went 3-0-1 in the divisional weekend. So
really, to stay alive, you're going to have to go at least 2-2 this week just to stay alive. If you go 1-3, then you're officially out of it as far as cashing is concerned. Jeff Cadillac, do you think you can go 2-2 against the spread this week in your 4 picks?
I'm hoping.
You're hoping. Yeah.
Hey, Peter, you and me both.
You don't have to pick all 4 games here. The Seattle line, very tough line. You can pass on any of them. You can pass on all of them. You can pass on 3 of them. You want to pick each game here, Jeff?
Well, I'll tell you what. You're going to laugh at this one, Peter. But the one win I had for last week with Carolina, that was my best bet of the week.
Why do you pick every game then? Why didn't you just, give it, if your best bet on Twitter each week is so awesome, why not just give it just that pick and then forget about all the others?
Because I feel I have insight to a lot of different games. I pick games that I feel strong about, and I learn a lot, just like everybody learns a lot. I have some insight on certain games. I love the comments I get from people, whether it's on YouTube or email and everything, and I respond to people. And you know what? I'm always looking to learn something in this business, because if you're a person that says you know everything and there's nothing to learn, hey, then you should be out of this business and go live in a cave,
That's absolutely right. Jeff Cadillac, a learner above anything else, everything else. All right, Jeff Cadillac, so you're going to pick all 4 games this week?
Yes, I am.
All right, did you do your homework on these games, or did you do any homework at all?
Oh, come on, Peter. You should know better than that. I always do research. Come on. What is this?
All right. Okay. Hours and hours and hours of research have gone into these picks. Jeff's going to give us 4 picks for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. He wants to take every game. Fine. Baltimore, New England, the first game, -6.5 or 7 is the market-wide line. What do you like here, Jeff?
I'll tell you something. New England retooled in the offseason. I love New England's defense. I love Brandon Browner on one side. Hence, even though Brandon Browner, it seems that every game he does have a penalty or 2, which I'm sure Belichick is not too happy about. But you got Darrelle Revis on the other side. That's like Revis Island, baby. I mean, the man he's like, I'd put him in the same class as J.J. Watt. He's not only all-pro, he's all-world. The defense right now, I'll tell you something. The pass defense for New England is the best I've seen in years since they won the Super Bowls in the millennials. And I'll tell you something. Flacco, he's due for a bad game here. Last year they played in the 16th week of the season. They played at Baltimore. They destroyed them 41-7. This is the kind of game that New England should do the same thing. They have to go out on a mission. Brady is looking to win another Super Bowl. His time is running out. This is perfect. They're the #1 seed. Baltimore, hey, they had a nice game last week. But I got to tell you this week, I love New England big. This is what they've been waiting for. They're going to pressure Flacco. This is a game where I think Flacco throws 3 interceptions because Revis is going to bait him. It's going to happen. Take New England, lay the 6.5 or 7 points, and that's all she wrote, baby, on that one.
Okay, well, hey, Heritage and 5 Dimes both have -6.5 right now, so we can give you -6.5. Carolina, Seattle, you can still pass on this game if you want to. Right now, Seattle is -10.5 market wide.
Well, I'll tell you something. In this game, you got to love Seattle. Seattle has just turned it up at the right time of this season. The Legion of Boom, everybody thought at the beginning of the season, I was one of those people, the team just didn't look right. They lost against Dallas at home. They barely covered against Oakland. But now, in their last 4 games or so, they've only given up like around 34 points. It's unbelievable. They went into Arizona. Great. Granted, Arizona didn't have a quarterback. I mean, Lindley's not exactly, all pro going into the Hall of Fame. But Seattle has stepped up that defense. They are definitely going to have somebody watching Cam Newton so that if he runs out of the pocket, bam, somebody's going to be there. They're going to test him. They're going to let him try his tricks and everything. If this was another team, I'd love Carolina and the points. But against Seattle, They want to go back to the Super Bowl. I would lay the points at home, take Seattle.
Okay, minus 10.5. And next, Dallas and Green Bay. You can still pass if you want to, or you can take a side here, or total. If you've never taken a total, Dallas and Green Bay minus 6.
I'll tell you something. This is the toughest game to figure out because which Dallas team is going to show up this week?
Well, do you want to pass? Do you want to pass on this game?
No, I'm not passing. I'm going for broke, baby. Okay. First of all, this game is very hard to figure out because Dallas, you don't know which team they're going to show up. You know, Romo has been on a nice ride right now. He's got 5 games in a row. He's had a really nice game. What's going to happen this week? I don't know. That's the problem here. You got Green Bay. You know at home that Rodgers loves to score. But what happened to that hamstring that he had a couple of weeks ago against Detroit? I mean, is he going to be able to throw those balls down the field? I'll tell you something. I went back and forth on this one. You know what? I got to take Green Bay at home. You know they're going to be pumped. You know they lost last year against San Francisco. It seems that they've lost certain playoff games at home against Dallas here. Dallas has had a nice ride, but Romo is definitely looking at a bad game here. I'm sorry. I got a buddy of mine who's a Dallas fan. He's going to crucify me for this, but I'll tell you right now, I like Green Bay. The only problem I have a little bit with Green Bay is their defense is a little, at times, can be a little shoddy. They give up the pass. But then again, Dallas does the same thing. So it could be a shootout here, but I think Green Bay covers by 7 points. I like it. I like Green Bay at home.
Okay, minus 6 is the line right now, market wide. And the last game, Indianapolis, Denver, minus 7.
Okay, Indianapolis and Denver. Last week, Andrew Luck, he's playing against Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I'm telling you, another team that you can't figure. 1 week they look great. The next week they look like, garbage. I mean, Marvin Lewis hasn't won a playoff game since they put the team in Cincinnati, to tell you the truth. Andrew Luck, he's always good for at least one playoff win, but against top-rated quarterbacks on the road, he's terrible. And
all right, okay, but wait a minute. Last week you said you do not like Andrew Luck, and you picked against him, and he did all right. So here you're saying, like, okay, he's good for one game, and then after that one game, I do not like Andrew Luck. Well, maybe he's good for 2 games.
Well, this week he's playing against Peyton Manning in Denver. Week 1 of the season, he played at Denver. Denver had a nice big lead, let Indianapolis come back. It was a 7.5-point spread. Denver only won it by 7. Indy got a backdoor cover. That game was over in the third quarter. But Andrew Luck, like I said, on the road against top-tier quarterbacks, he's not that great. And that defense definitely has holes. Now, everybody has seen Peyton Manning as of recently. He looks like an old man. He looks like, Father Time out there. He's 37 years old. He's leaning on 38. He's had some games where he's looked mortal. This game is not going to be one of them. Of course, Denver wants to get back to the Super Bowl just like New England. They're gonna score, and they're gonna score often. And Andrew Luck, unfortunately, I think with the defense in Denver, they're gonna be all over him. They're gonna bait him into a couple of mistakes. I like Denver at home, and I like the showdown in New England in the championship weekend. So take Denver, lay the points here.
All right, Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com at Best Bet of the Week. Jeff Cadillac 1 Twitter. I hope you can go at least 2-2 this week. 3-1 would be awesome. Jeff Cadillac, good luck. Talk to you next week.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.